welcome back to another episode of That Gym Girl podcast. It is your hostess with the fucking mostest, Angel Wallace-Miles. What is doing? Oh my goodness, guys. If I told you that I've already recorded this episode twice, would you believe me? Because it's true. Honestly, I've already recorded this episode 2 times. The first time, it was a TikTok live and I accidentally deleted it. And the second time, I didn't even record it. And that's the fucking truth. I didn't even record it, apparently. That has never happened to me. But you know what? This is something that I'm gonna say, and I think not enough people realize it. That is not a sign for me to not do a podcast. Not everything in your life is a fucking sign for you to not go and do the thing. And I think that, you know, as women in the 2020s and we get to, oh, I dropped my pre-workout on the ground, or oh, I forgot my headphones, or oh, I'm wearing the wrong outfit today to the gym, I picked the wrong shorts. That's not a sign for you to not go into the gym. That's not a sign that it's gonna be a shit workout. You get to make the mental manipulation and the mental decision as to how this is gonna go. And I took a second, had a bowl of ice cream, and I thought, nah, I'm gonna fucking do this. I'm actually gonna fucking do this, and this is going to be a bomb-ass fucking podcast, and I'm gonna choose that because I have people who need to hear from me, and I have people who need to listen and feel impacted by my words. And so I'm fucking keen to bring you this episode. We are talking about the I don't give a fuck mindset. Let's fucking go. Let's get into today's episode. Okay, the I don't give a fuck mindset. Now, before we get into this, I need to give a disclaimer. The IDAFG mindset is not, let me say it again, is not an excuse for you to be a fucking cunt in the gym. It's not an excuse for you to not put your weights away. It's not an excuse for you to give someone a dirty side eye. It's not an excuse for you to judge someone in the gym. And it's not an excuse for you to just be a shit human being in the gym, okay? The I don't give a fuck mindset doesn't mean you don't give a fuck about anyone else's feelings, or you don't give a fuck about, people's space or whatever. That doesn't mean that. The I don't give a fuck mindset allows you to walk into the gym with your head held high, your chest nice and proud, and know that you belong in that space just as much as anyone else does. And I want to tell you how I got to this realization. It literally happened to me last night. So let's go back to my mental state in the gym last night. So I turn up. I was so keen to record some content for you guys. I was on like a fucking high. And I open the door, walk in, and there's these 3 dudes there. And they're jacked. There's like these big blokey blokes. And they're filming content because I think they're TikTokers. So I walk in, they're like, hi, how are you? I say, good. We just have a chit chat. All's fine. And then I go around the corner. I take up the squat rack. Nobody's there. I'm in my little zone of the gym. And I think, okay, cool. I'm going to start recording some, content for my girls. As soon as I pressed record, I felt this just sick feeling in the bottom of my stomach. And I started having these hypotheticals come up for me that were, oh, these guys are going to judge you. Oh, these guys are going to hear your advice and they're going to think it's shit. Oh, these guys are probably going to be laughing at you. It was really interesting to actually witness myself having those feelings and that anxiety come up again. And so my first point for you is give yourself some fucking grace. Your gym anxiety, your nerves in the gym, your intimidation, your scaredness, whatever you want to call it, it gets to come and go. And that's okay. We're not here to cure your gym anxiety. We're not here in a lab in the fucking corner with our little potions and a fucking lab coat on trying to mix up a cure. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to manage it. And beyond this, it comes to a point where, is this gym anxiety or is this generalized anxiety, and do you need help from somebody who's more qualified than me? So please know, I'm just a PT. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a counselor. I'm just here to tell you my lived experience and what's worked for me. So please give yourself the permission to fuck up. Please give yourself the permission to be a beginner. Please give yourself the permission to be a human being. Please give yourself the permission to have these feelings come and go. And please give yourself the permission to not be perfect. You're gonna fuck up. That's just a part of life. Now beyond this, this is part 2, right? I went into Brisbane on Saturday night, Vegas, and I went to a conference. It was like a mindset conference. It was called Mindset Matters. And Gary Vee was there. If you don't know who Gary Vee is, he is this entrepreneur. He is this really blunt businessman from New York, and he swears a lot. It's fucking awesome. I love it. Anyway, he said something on stage which really hit my heart, and I thought you girls need the reminder, especially if you're going through some type of gym anxiety. So let me give some context. He was taking Q&A, and this 17-year-old kid came up to the stage and he asked a question. He said, look, I'm Asian, my parents are Asian, and they really want me to go and study medicine at university. And that's just not something that I want to do right now. I want to start my own business, but I'm really worried about their opinion and everything that, they've done for me. And, Gary Vee, he acknowledged it. His parents are immigrants. He, was saying that he understands the respect, that type of thing. But he made this point to the teenager. He said, are you going to resent your parents and yourself for not taking this opportunity to start your business? And on top of that, are you going to regret not taking the opportunity to go into your business? And so I want to talk to you about resentment and regret. Let's talk about resent. When I walked into the gym last night and I had those guys who were there who I assumed were staring at me, I assumed they were judging me, I assumed they were laughing at me, I assumed that they were making these comments, I made it their fault that I was feeling anxious. I made it their fault that I was feeling insecure and self-conscious in the gym. In actuality, it was my shit. It was my responsibility. It was my internal monologue that was causing that shit. It wasn't them. Yet I began to resent them for what? Fucking existing? Really? Like, no, I can't do that. I shouldn't be doing that. And secondly, how regret plays into this. I don't want to regret that period in the gym last night. I don't want to leave the gym last night feeling, oh, I wish I'd just recorded, or I wish I didn't feel anxious, or I wish I just had not listened to my internal doubts. I don't want to regret that. Like, fuck that. I don't want to regret shit. I don't want to fucking do that. I just want to be and live and do the thing I was there to do. Now, point 3. And this one's really important. And this one is a bit of tough love. I'm going to take a sip of my Pepsi Max and then I'm going to get into it. Okay. Respectfully. Respectfully, sis. No one, and I genuinely mean no one, actually cares about you in the gym. Yes, people care about you, your friends, your family, all of that shit. But when you are in the gym and you make the realization that you are 1 in 8 fucking billion people on this planet and that your existence is fucking insignificant to most of the people at the gym, you actually get to be powerful as fuck. And beyond that, respectfully, Angel from last night, where did I get the audacity, the fucking audacity that everyone in that gym was thinking about me? The fuck? The literal fuck? Like, where did I get the audacity out of my ass that those 3 guys last night were consumed with the thought of Angel Wallace-Miles. Who do I think I am? Fucking Beyonce? No. Like, let's put it into perspective. I was there so consumed about myself, so worried about myself, that I genuinely believed I was living rent-free in those boys' minds. I really wasn't. They don't give a fuck about me. And that's fucking powerful, because when I began to record and I began to get in my zone and I began to kind of shake off the feelings and get into that I don't give a fuck mindset, I realized these guys don't give a fuck about me, and I don't give a fuck about them and their opinion and their shit and whatever they're gonna say, because I don't know them. I don't actually know them, and they don't actually know me. So beyond everything I've said today, why does it actually matter what anybody thinks of you in the gym? And yes, I can preach to you and I can say to you, sis, no one's judging you, you're judging you, nobody's looking at you, the only person looking at you is you. But beyond that, why does it actually matter what anybody thinks about you at the gym? You want to be liked? You want to be put on a pedestal that you're all these amazing things? What if you weren't? What if you were at the gym and you were a bit shit? What if you're at the gym and your form was a bit crap? What if you're at the gym and you're a beginner? What if you're at the gym and you're not lifting as heavy as somebody else? What does that actually mean? And what are you making it mean? And why are you making it a thing? I had a client with me last week and I said something to her. I was like, sis, it's not that deep. And I say this again with so much fucking love, because I wish somebody had just shook me at the time and said, Angel, your gym anxiety is not that deep. It's not that fucking deep. And so every time you get into the gym and you start having these anxious thoughts come up, everyone's looking at me, people are judging me, everyone thinks I'm dumb. Maybe actually say to yourself, sis, this exercise, this fucking quad extension, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. I'm a beginner, it's not that deep. I'm shit at this exercise, it's not that deep. I'm gonna ask the PT for some help, it's not that deep. I reckon this is gonna become like a fucking meme about sex. It's not that deep, bro. That's what she said. Anyway, sorry, that's so dirty, I'm so sorry. But seriously, we make this thing into the end of the world. And it's just not. And that fucking hurts, and that fucking sucks to hear, especially when you're in the crux of gym anxiety and the crux of self-doubt and insecurity and concern for yourself. But it's just not as big of a deal as we make it. So in kind of conclusion of today's episode, I really want to give you the permission to be a beginner. I want to give you the permission today to go into the gym and just try something new. I want you to know that it's not that big of a deal. And yes, I want to celebrate you. Yes, I want to celebrate your PBs, and I want to celebrate the fact that you squatted for the first time. But on the other hand, I don't want it to be a big deal, because that gets to make it easier for you in the gym. And then on top of that, I want you to look at where you could be possibly resenting other people in the gym for your shit, and the amount of times you've left the gym and regretted it. Regretted not just trying the exercise, regretted not asking that person for some help, regretted not commenting on that girl's outfit because you wanted to make a friend in the gym. I had somebody message me and they said, oh, how do I make friends in the gym? There was someone today and I wanted to make friends with her, but I didn't know how. I don't want you to feel that regret. Go over there and say, hey, I love your leggings. Go over there and say, hey, you're really strong on bench press. Can you show me how to bench? Hey, you know, your form looks really good. Can you help me with my form? Adding that slight vulnerability, and it's fucking scary, adding that slight sense of vulnerability, it makes you more relatable. And it makes that person see you and help you. So I think that it's knowing that being a beginner and being vulnerable and being a bit shit at something, that's not weakness. That's not weakness. And anybody who thinks that's weakness, you need to plug out of here right now, because that's not weakness. Being a beginner and having the capacity to learn at whatever age you are, that is fucking powerful. and having the ability to take a gym selfie and to film yourself in the gym and to try a new exercise, that's powerful. That's sick. And if you can do this in the gym, if you can overcome your gym anxiety, if you can become the most confident version of yourself in the gym, like, I would fucking love to see what you can do in every other aspect of your life, because fuck the gym. Imagine what you could do at work. Imagine what you can do at school. Imagine what you can do in your personal life. Imagine what you can do by attracting a high-level relationship. Like, God forbid you overcome your gym anxiety in the gym and you become this fucking insane human being who's confident and proud of herself and extroverted slightly. That's fucking cool. And you get that. You get that feeling. You're allowed to feel that way. But it starts with the I don't give a fuck mindset. It starts with realizing that beyond everything else, you truly don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. And not in a way of like, oh, I don't give a fuck what they think about my form, and I don't give a fuck what they think, blah, 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 blah. Not like that, but more of the opinions of others. I don't give a fuck about the others, people's opinion of me at the gym, because truly the only opinions I value is my partner's, mine, my little sister's, my mum's, and my dad's. Maybe my best friend. They're the only opinions I actually value wholeheartedly. So I'm going to ask you this question. Whose opinions of you do you actually value? Like, wholeheartedly? Is it that random fucking dude at the gym? Is it that 50-year-old lady at Pilates? Is it that 18-year-old girl at the fucking weight section in the gym? Do you actually give a shit about their opinion? Really? Really? Because if you do, why? Why? And if you're saying, oh, actually, Angel, I don't, then remind yourself of that when you're in the gym next time. Remind yourself, hey, I'm feeling a bit anxious right now. Why? Oh, I'm worried that girl's judging me. Why? Have you ever seen Frozen? Have you ever seen Frozen, the movie? There's a episode with Olaf in it, and Anna meets Olaf, and Anna goes, oh, do you know where Elsa is? And then Olaf is like, yeah, why? And then she goes, oh, can you take us to her? And Olaf goes, yeah, why? And then she says something else. She's like, oh, do you know what happened to her? And he goes, yeah, why? That is what I want you to do in the fucking gym. I know it's annoying, but when you have these feelings come up, don't you fucking push them under the rug, sis. Don't you fucking run away from your internal problems. Actually say to yourself, hey, I am feeling anxious right now. Why? Okay, I'm feeling anxious right now because I feel like everyone's staring at me. Why? Because I feel like my RDL form is shit. Okay, well, why is the RDL form shit? Well, because I've never done it before. Well, why have you never done it before? Oh, well, because I've never felt confident enough to. Okay, well, what are you gonna do about it? Maybe I could ask someone for some help. And it actually gets to be that simple. And that's really fucking annoying, isn't it? It's really fucking annoying to realize that it could be that simple. Life doesn't have to be complicated, and I think that we complicate it. And I want to really give you the reminder that I was in this position at the gym when I was really fucking scared, and I was really nervous, and I really was concerned with other people's opinions. So please don't feel like I'm invalidating your feelings or dismissing your feelings, but I am giving you pieces of what's the saying? Food for thought. I'm giving you food for thought. I'm giving you little nuggets that you can think about and hopefully implement in the gym in a really meaningful and tangible way. Okay, that is it from me. I have officially recorded this episode 3 motherfucking times, but that's okay. Third luck is always a charm. I called my partner and he was like, oh shit, that's really annoying. I was like, yep. He's like, that's mental resilience. I was like, yep. And it's just mental resilience. No matter how many times this shit goes fucked up, this shit goes sideways, I'm still gonna show up. And that's how I expect you to be at the gym too. Okay, if you like this episode, please give us a cheeky little follow at That Gym Girl Podcast, at Angel Wallace-Miles. Please tag me, share me if you really like this episode. Follow us on Spotify or Apple Pod or wherever the fuck you're listening to this. In the meantime, I love you. I hope you have a fabulous day. Please do something for yourself. You deserve it. Okay, bye.